Hey guys, good afternoon, and welcome back once again to The Edward. I am your host, Eddie, and in today's video, I will be discussing my reaction and predictions after watching the trailer for Season 2 of The Strain. So, first off, before I begin, let me just give you a heads up, a fair warning that I may or may not be, but most likely will be referring to key moments from Season 1 of The Strain. So, if you are behind on Season 1 or if you haven't seen the show at all, you may not want to watch or listen to this video as I will be referring back to Season 1 to discuss key plot points, most of which are massive spoilers if you are not caught up. If you are caught up and you are ready for Season 2, please keep watching and listening. So that being said, you have been warned. That looks exciting. It looks like a lot of fun. What I am curious about, though, is if there has been a time jump, how much time has passed and how much has actually changed. Because at the end of Season 1, we saw our characters driving back to HQ, and they're in the bread truck. All of our survivors were together, and we slowly saw New York City starting to slip into darkness. Obviously, the Strigoi are everywhere. They are infecting, or they are either infecting or killing everyone. And there are a few small fires and some smoke that we saw rising from some of the city's buildings as they drove back into the city, with the old man Satrakian narrating, talking about how the battle has begun. And it looks like that battle is continuing right as Season 2 starts up. So I wonder if they'll establish or let us know there has been a small time jump. And if there has, I'm guessing it's going to be not that long. Most likely a week or 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks, I'd say, if there is at all a time jump. And it looks interesting. Palmer, of course, is kind of running the show because he's controlling the guy, F's old boss, the guy who's the head of Department of Health or Department of Public Health or something. He's got him on a leash, and it looks like there's a new woman stepping in, but he's probably going to keep her at bay when he tells her about you don't want to know about certain things. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I can handle it. I don't want to be kept out." And he's like, "Oh, trust me, you do." It looks like there's going to be plenty of head slicing, of course. It wouldn't be The Strain or a zombie show, or zombies or vampires. It wouldn't be a zombie or vampire show or film if there wasn't any head slicing. But it looks exciting. Looks like a lot of fun. Looks like they're continuing their quest. I think the main drive of the focus of the season will be finding the master vampire, or he's just simply known as the master, for a couple of reasons. For a few characters, it's personal. Number one, the biggie is old man Abraham Satrakian, the guy who was telling everybody about what was happening way back in Season 1, and nobody believed him until towards the end. He's got a personal grudge to settle. Years and years ago, when he was still a young man living in Europe, his wife was killed by the master, and when he returned home and found her turned, he was forced to put her out of her misery, which of course destroyed him and made him swear a vow to himself that he would never give up looking for the master, and spent most of his life trying to find him. And now he's got a chance to do that because he's been aching for vengeance. Now he has a chance. And he had a few moments of opportunity in Season 1, but he could have gotten himself killed. And I'm glad that his friends were there to stop him from hurting himself or jeopardizing everybody else in those situations. But in the trailer, it obviously shows him saying, "I vow to find the master and hunt him down till the end of my days. And if I'm going to die while doing it, so be it." Because it sounds like he is ready to die to kill the master, to bring down the master, to end the spread of the Strigoi. Because if the master dies, the Strigoi, most likely they won't all die like the battle droids in the Phantom Menace or the Chitauri army in the Avengers, where the main source of power goes up in smoke and everybody goes bleh, or I doubt it's going to be like that with the Strigoi. Maybe the ones that are super connected to him, but I doubt it. Basically, they're going on the hunt. I think the season is going to be all about the hunt. Hunting down and killing as many Strigoi as they can, but their primary focus will be finding the master. So that is Satrakian's reason, because the master killed his wife years and years ago. And it was kind of sad, too, because for all those years, he actually, after he, her, He carved out her heart, and you'll see this in season 1 in the flashback episode. He carves out her heart, and he keeps it preserved in a jar of liquid or goo or something for years and years. And he would sometimes feed it, or feed her, technically. Like, he would prick his finger and allow a few drops of blood to go in, and the heart would start moving and get all shaky, and it gets excited. And right before they are forced to escape his pawn shop, where their main HQ was for a while, until the Strigoi found them and attacked, he gently touches the jar with his wife's heart, and he's like, "Goodbye, Miriam, until we meet again." So, poor guy. Now, another reason somebody will want to kill the Master is because the main character, Dr. Ephraim Goodweather, or just F, his ex-wife, who is now technically his undead wife, was turned by the Master. Not by the Master necessarily, but she was turned overall by a Strigoi, and now she is a Strigoi. And F, who was so determined to prove to her that he could be a good husband and a father to their little boy, is probably feeling horrible because, he's an alcoholic and he hasn't had a drink in a really long time, but he takes a swig of whiskey once he finds out that his wife has been turned. And Satrakian tells him his wife will be coming after him and his son because the Strigoi goes after the thing it loves the most. He's like, "That's what the Master will use to get at you." And F is like, his last line of the season is, "Let him try." But I think he's determined to kill the Master for taking his wife, even though their relationship was falling apart and it wasn't all that great to begin with. I think he's mostly doing it because he feels like he failed his son. He let down his son because he promised his son that he was going to find his mother and she was going to be all right, and he has failed his son once again, like he has on so many occasions in the past where he's been a big disappointment. But, obviously this is like the biggest disappointment in terms of disappointing his son. I'm sure this is the worst one by far. But he's going to be determined to hunt down the Master as well. So everybody's still on board. His girlfriend, the other CDC doctors with him, and for the love of Yoda, I am blanking on her name right now. What's the character's name? It's not Maria? No, it's not Maria. Anyway, it's the Latina lady who lost her mother to the Strigoi, and she was forced to cut off her mother's own head with a sword before escaping the pawn shop, which was really hard to watch. Anyway, she's still on board. The rat catcher, Vasily Fett, who is awesome, is still with the gang, as well as the hacker woman, whose name I also cannot remember, damn it. But you guys know who I'm talking about for those of you who have watched the show. And of course, they are led by Satrakian. And it looked like in the trailer, because we saw the leader of the more civilized Strigoi who saved Gus's life, and now he's joined with them. It looks like Satrakian is standing beside him or behind him, so that means, all right, yes, our group of main characters, or at least Satrakian, will encounter and meet with the civilized Strigoi, and hopefully they form an alliance to take down the evil Strigoi and the Master together. But it looks like it's not going to be easy, because from the trailer, it looks like there are hordes and hordes and hordes of Strigoi swarming and just destroying the city, which is why that woman who's probably from the government, either the health department or the federal government, is like, we're going to take this city back one block at a time. Now, whether or not the rest of the city or the rest of the world realizes that it's not humans who are going crazy with this disease, that it's actually monsters, these creatures with these tongues that latch out and stick around your throat, whether or not they know that is probably irrelevant to them. They just want to take the city back from the sickos. But that's not going to be easy. And I hope this season we get some more insight as to what exactly is the plan of the Master and his followers. What do they intend to do? Is the plan to take New York City first, establish it as an HQ, and then spread the strain throughout the West, the rest of the East Coast, and possibly the country? What's next, the world? I mean, Eichhorst, his follower, his right-hand man, was telling Satrakian and Jim Kent and several other characters, you could be the part of a new order or a new world order if you were to join us, like joining the dark side. But I think we're going to get some more insight as to what the Master's plan actually is. And in the trailer, it looks like F and his girlfriend have actually captured a Strigoi and are doing experiments on it, trying to figure out if there is a way to infect the infected, like they say in the trailer. Find some way to spread a disease among the diseased already and kill them off using another strain, but a strain that doesn't turn people into Strigoi, a strain that wipes out the Strigoi. So that'll be interesting to see how those experiments go, if indeed that's what they are doing. But I'm really hoping to see is Gus and the civilized Strigoi team up with our main characters, with Satrakian and F and the others, team up to take on the Master and his army all together. It'll be interesting to see what relationships develop and get stronger, because we saw some romantic chemistry between Fett, the rat exterminator, and the hacker woman. And looks like they were making out or having sex in a pool or something, because they were all over each other, kissing in a pool or something somewhere. So I think we're going to see their relationship grow a lot. And yeah, overall, I'm very, very excited. Looks like it's going to be fun and exciting, fast-paced season. And hopefully we get some more answers regarding what everybody's agenda is. The Master's agenda, Satrakian's agenda, F's agenda. I mean, everybody's got similar agendas, but hopefully we learn more and more about these characters so we can love them even more than we did in Season 1. Because Season 1 was pretty awesome. It's like people say, you know what, I tried watching that show, but it was so boring. But it may come off as kind of slow, but after the 4th episode, it just takes off. It's like, zoom, takes off. That's how exciting it is for me personally. And my favorite episode from Season 1 was Episode 8, called Creatures of the Night, where our main characters are trapped inside a convenience store in the middle of the night and surrounded by a horde of Strigoi, and they have to escape. And that is an awesome episode, because that's where they meet Fett, and he teams up with them, which was great. Although it was kind of sad watching Jim Kent die, Sean Austin's character, because that was the episode where it proved that if you even get one white worm from a Strigoi inside of you, you're done. You're history. You're going to turn into a Strigoi, and you'll go after the people you love, which is a horrible, horrible fate after death, so to speak. Because technically they're like undead or something. But it looks exciting. Satrakian and F are most likely going to be more determined than last season to finish off the Master. And I think the rest of the team is just going to be focused on hunting down the Strigoi. So it's exciting. Very, very exciting. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hoped you enjoyed the trailer for Season 2 as much as I did. And I hope that you guys enjoyed Season 1 as much as I did as well. Please subscribe and like this video, comment, share, leave your thoughts and opinions below if you guys feel like I missed or glossed over anything, or if you disagree with me on points or stuff I said about the show, Season 1 or the Season 2 trailer. Let's hear it. I am encouraging you guys to please speak out, speak your mind, and tell me what you think and what you want to see for Season 2 of The Strain, or what you liked or didn't like about Season 1. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching, and I hope you guys have watched the Avengers Age of Ultron as much as I have already. I've seen it 4 times. And it gets better every time, even though it never changes, but it's still incredibly awesome. And I will be joining you guys once The Strain does premiere, Season 2 does premiere. I will be doing recaps and reviews on a regular basis when I can. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoy these videos as much as I enjoy making them. And until next time, may the Force be with you.